Alrighty, people, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Holy shit. I decided to turn off the webcam for the Kerbal because there's honestly no corner I can put the webcam feed into that'll make it any good. So, let's go ahead and try and build another rocket here. I've been working with Crazy Logie, and he showed me a bunch of cool shit with building rockets. So, we might be able to get something into orbit. Now, I already got some stuff into orbit, and I'm going to show you that. He also showed me why these linear port things don't work. So we're going to go ahead and turn on geometry mode, which it's already on, angle snap. I'm going to slap some freaking guys on here, just so that we can, actually, you know what, let's move these down to the SAS module. Now the reason why those never worked, and it's because I screwed up. In order for those to work, you need this RCS fuel. Without the RCS fuel, you got no fuel for the RCS rockets. Now, we got that in place, we got that in place, we have a SAS module. I never installed MechJeb. That's a program. Logie was telling me about that one. Apparently it's pretty cool. It'll do all your calculations for you when you go into space. Kind of neat. But we're not going to worry about that because we'll get onto that on another episode once he's going to give me a tutorial on it, because I tried it out and it just confused the shit out of me. I didn't know what the frig I was doing. So, yeah. Basically, right now we're going to build the Delta Flyer. Yep, the Delta Flyer. And we're going to need... Okay, we have... You know what? Frig the Delta Flyer. Well, we're going to build the Delta Flyer, but not right now. We need some sort of a solar panel on this if we plan on going into space and keeping her up there for any duration of time. We are going to need solar panels. Now, there's something I didn't show you guys in the last game. If you go over to Action Group, you hit Custom 1, you select these things, you can tell them to extend. What that does is the moment you press number 1 on your keyboard, these things will stretch out. Really cool. Go back to build. What I'm going to do on the top here is go under Utility, no, under Science. We're going to stab one of these right on the nostril. We're going to set it to 1 mode. See how it's flopping around like a flounder? Something else Logie taught me was if you press and hold shift and hit like WASD that, you can actually change the angle of things. There. It's right on the nose. Beauty playing. Now, in case something doesn't go right and we have to re-enter, we might as well go ahead and stuff a parachute on this thing. We'll just put one parachute right here. Okay. Go back a notch. Grab some batteries. Actually, yeah, we'll put a battery here. It'd be helpful if I was looking at it dead on. And put a little battery on the back here just to make sure we have enough juice when we're in orbit. And for shits and giggles, let's slap some lights on it. Now what's cool is see how the lights are like aiming straight down? Well, with WASD, you can have them aiming out. And you can even have them aiming forward if you wanted to. We'll just have them aiming out like that. And we'll put a Mark II right on the front here. Right on the front here. That's not working. Kind of wanted it to aim out the front so we can illuminate our way. You know what? Frig the light bulbs. That's not going to work out anyway. Okay, so we got our command pod all decked out with shit. We'll stab a thermometer on there because that's always fun. Stab a double C thingamajig on there because that's always fun. And now we need to worry about our rocket stages. Okay, so our first rocket stage is our... We're going to have to put a decoupler on here. Where the hell's that? Construction. So, Stab one of these on there, like a mouse. And then we go over to propulsion systems. Now this is going to be our last rocket that we fire. Now, I found out something else. These solid fuel boosters give you tons of power, but you can't control the burn. It just goes, and that's it. You can't... See, it says right there, engine cannot be shut down, right below the flameout threshold. Same with this one here, cannot be shut down. Same with this one here, cannot be shut down. Once you fire a solid booster, you can't control the boost. It just goes. You have no control over it. It just gives her stink, and you got to deal with it, and that's the way she goes. So, what we're going to do is we're going to slap a fuel tank in here, just a little fuel tank, and a little Bunsen burner. Something just to correct us in case we want to pull it out of orbit. Nothing big. Oh, that's pretty big. They have a smaller one. There, perfect. Just a little Bunsen burner. Nothing big. Okay, we'll put another... We should put some wings on that. Those are too big. Frig's sakes. Okay, perfect. Put 4 wings on that. Beauty plan. You know, it'd be nice if they're centered. Okay. That's a nice little rocket. Okay, that's not going to go to the moon, though. Or even to the atmosphere. Now what we need is a decoupler. Stab that on the bottom. And then we need... We're going to go with this big bastard. Probably saying, Adam, what the hell are you building? And I'll be honest with you. I have no idea. Okay, let's go to propulsions. Grab this big son of a bitch. We're going to load 2 of these on. Followed by, and Logie taught me this trick, you put this tank on the bottom, and this prevents your engines from overheating when you stab this big 1500 bastard on the bottom. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, Adam, this isn't going to fly. That's not enough. I know it's not enough. Watch this. Okay. This is going to be a mess. You guys are going to laugh. I'm going to wreck this. I know it. Let's go for a 4-point... let's go for a 2-point. We're going to load a twin stack here. And then another twin stack. Yeah. I don't want to let me. What's your major malfunction, numbnuts? There's nothing on the other side. Okay, sometimes the game acts like a dink. Now, what we're going to do is, we still have the twin stack happening. So we're going to mount, just take it and like it. A double there. Now hopefully it'll let me, yep. And then we're going to do the same underneath, nope. Yep-a-dip. Now that's going to be really wobbly and really wampus when you're trying to fly it. We all know this. Well, let's just finish building the rocket and I'll show you what I plan on doing. Because Logie taught me a lot of neat tricks, people. He's got a couple more minutes clocked into this game than I do. And by that I mean he's played it a lot more than I have. And he knows a lot more about this. So I'm just waiting for the day that he launches his videos and you guys see the crazy shit that he built. Because he showed me a couple screenshots of things and holy crap, let me tell you, he's got some nice builds. Okay, the next thing we need to do is we need to lock all this shit into place. Because this is going to be wobbly like you wouldn't believe. Now you're probably asking yourself, Adam, why are you only doing the one side? Shouldn't you be doing both sides? Well, check this out. Kind of sort of did. But we still need to do these two. And these two. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, this is going to be a mess. Now you're probably looking at this going, okay, Adam, why did you set it up so that all 5 of these rockets fire at the same time, but then these 2 detach? Won't they all deplete at the same time? Yes, they will. However, what we're going to do is add another firing group here. And we're going to take... Wait a second. Which ones are these? These are... Where are they? Okay, so these are those ones. So we're going to move these ones down here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to propulsion, go to fuel, and we're going to take the fuel from this one and bring it into this one. And then we're going to take the fuel from this one and bring it into the center. And it should have done the same on this side. Yes. So what's going to happen is these tanks are going to deplete first. And then this bracket will release this one here and this one here. And then what? Yeah, and then these ones will deplete next. And then these brackets up top here will engage and blow these off. I should probably add some more struts for structural integrity, because structural integrity is a major thing needed when flying these big, stupid monstrosity constructions. So we'll go ahead and really reinforce the snaz out of this. You guys can probably hear the birds outside. That's a good sign. That means there will not be a storm tomorrow. Okay. Now, it's going to be really wobbly at the top here. So, first what we're going to do is go to aerodynamics. Grab these big bastards. Stab them on like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cross-link with more structural integrity from here to here, from here to here, and that should link all that together. And then just for shits and giggles, from here to here. Perfect. And I super didn't build those tanks right, but I don't really care. We're going to wreck this rocket. It's going to be a nice explosion. Okay, so now we want some wings on here, so let's get some wings. Go with a little 4 bracket here, right down here. That didn't give us a 4 bracket, but that's fine. Just stab wings all over this son of a bitch. Frig it. It's already going to be a disaster. Okay, so the way this should work is these 5 fire, and then they go. You know what I might do, just for funsies? Let's add another stager on here. Structural. Take these things. Put them up there, sure. Was that on there? Yep. I'll stab those in there. And then we'll grab another bracket of those. Stab those right there. Let's grab those solid fuel boosters. Just the little guys. Because these give 250, these give 315. Whatever. Stab those on there. And stab those on there just to get a little bit more upward thrust so we can really get into the atmosphere fast. So I want you to go into here. You go into here, you go into here. And now we need to brace for impact. So what we'll do is we'll add some structural launchers right off of here. Oh, this is going to be an explosion. This is going to die. Alright, so theoretically what should happen, which probably won't happen, but we hope it'll happen, is... Where'd the cranes go? Okay, bring you guys down into here. So all these rockets will launch. And then the first ones to go will be these guys to jettison. And then we'll jettison the outer ones. Then the next ones. Then the whole guy. And then that'll fire this rocket. And we should hopefully be able to get into orbit. So, without further ado, let's launch and hope for a pile. This is going to be messy, people. This is going to be very messy. Oh, she's bouncy. Oh, she's going to die. Turn on SAS. Fire in the hole. And we're in the air, people. Jettison the little rockets in 3-2 now. And we're still gaining speed. And as you can see, the 2 rockets on the top there are starting to burn up. Why are those overheating? I thought I did this right. Obviously not. And then we'll jettison them. Losing a little bit of speed, but we should be breaking the atmosphere soon, which we're about to, and that's why we're gaining speed again. But as you can see, this one here is not going down that fast because it's currently getting fuel from these 2 guys. Okay, so we hit our past 10,000, so let's kick her over to about 70. Oh, she's kind of wobbly, people. Our speed a little bit. Alright, we're at 20,000, so I want to bring her over to about 50 if I can. And lock her in. Not sure what the hell happened there. Oh, we're about to break the second atmosphere. Nope, we just lost an engine. We literally just lost an engine. Son of a bitch. Okay, let's kick her over to our retrograde here. And lock her in. And now, if we check our map, here is our Apple Axis. And it's currently 63,000. So we'll give her balls to the walls until we get up to about 100. We're at 100,000 now. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our grade right down to the horizon, lock her in place, go balls to the walls again. Oh, Jesus. What happened there? And that's going to send us spiraling out of control. Turn on our CS thrusters. And hopefully that'll get us back on par here. Okay, no, I don't want to be facing that way. I want to be facing the other way. Lock me in right here. Am I already over the Apple Axis? Nope. Okay. That friggin' thruster, give it full tits, and hopefully it's enough to expand the orbital guy right around. Obviously something bad happened there, and that's why we're probably going to be using our shit. So now if I hit 1, you'll see that my solar panels extend, and I have wings. Of course, I'm nowhere near the sun, so I've got no batteries to charge. And I can turn on my lights, which do nothing, but as you can see, my orbit is slowly growing around the planet. I don't think I can warp. Nope. Oh, this is another vehicle I got orbiting the planet. That was one I did with Logie. So now we're going to have an orbit. And once the Apple axis, here is 200. Let me just cut the engines. I want to bring that down to here. Lock it in place. Punch it again. That's going to bring this out, and it should bring this in. Nope. Okay, let's, oh yeah, SAS is still on. Whoops. Okay, so lock it in there. Give her full tits. Still growing the Apple axis. Okay, you know what? That's pretty good. We are now officially in orbit. Yay! We made it to orbit, people. We did it. So now, with that turned off, if we warp it, you'll see that I'm not in a perfect orbit, but like this thing will swoop in. Like right now, it's, you know, we're gonna go around the planet, but it will swoop in, and you'll see that the altitude drops, and then she climbs back up, and this thing will just orbit all day long. Jebediah has to be the happiest Kerbal on the planet right now, just giving her in space on his little rocket ship. And if we check our resources, we are good for electricity. We have a little bit of monopropellant left. Actually, we have a little bit of fuel left. If we wanted to bring this thing back into the atmosphere, we could easily do it. But you know what? I don't mind having that in an orbit. Shitty orbit, but it's in an orbit. This thing here is in a better orbit. If I actually switch to this. This is the death to Kerbals. It's got a little bit of gas left and another thruster on board. And it's something that was built a long time ago. I think this is the one that Logie and I built. I can't remember. But yeah, it's out there. 3 more Kerbals. Apparently Jebediah is on this one too. I'm not sure how the hell that happened, but it did. Alright people, hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Kerbal Space Program. One day we will land on the moon, but not today. Alright guys, peace the frig out.
Are you ready? You are ready.